Hi everyone, my name's Jules Tushausen. I'm a speech pathologist of 17 years. The question was around, do I create play spaces for children, like special areas? Absolutely yes. You want your child to know where their play areas are, where their toys are, and what those different play stations are utilized for, right? So the different types of play. For example, in your child's playroom, bedroom, living room, they're going to have different ways to play in those spaces. Here's a good example. Your lounge or your sofa is probably going to be the rough and tumble area. So have a squishy mat or one of those gym mats that are very soft. If your child falls, they're not going to hurt themselves. That area is probably also going to have books, cushions, some sensory toys. You're going to be doing a lot of proprioception activities around there, like squashing, jumping, maybe some heavy lifting. They might pick up some larger cushions. You might also have some blocks and things that they can build comfortably on that soft mat. A good place to have and store toys is in the TV unit at the bottom, where you have some drawers. You can pop the toys there. It also enables children to know where to pack them away at the end. What you want to avoid is just toys everywhere. That is not helpful. It's overwhelming. If you're overwhelmed, your child's overwhelmed. Other things I see that aren't as effective is when all the toys are packed up really high. Your child obviously can't reach them. A lot of parents forget they're there. A good amount is, say, like 9 to 11 toys. Have them packed up, separated into their different functionalities, like building. You might have some sensory ones. You might have some books. You may have some things that you build. Put all those pieces together so your child's not wandering around looking for them or wondering how to play with those toys. There is no right to play either. No right way to play either. Okay, so if you see your child deep in play, right, they're going to those deeper levels of play and maybe they're using the blocks to stack onto the sofa. They want to see how many they can get or whatever they're focusing on. That's if they're not going to get hurt or they're not hurting someone else or themselves, just leave them. Okay, be around, make sure they're okay. However, make sure that they aren't disturbed during times where they're exploring that play. If your child's not talking, they may be having that inner monologue. They may be babbling. They may be using words that you're not familiar with or aren't words at this stage, but they're still meaningful for them. They may be scripting or saying something that they've heard on TV or on a movie. Allow that play, give them some space, and make sure that they obviously do know where those play areas are. You're going to have different toys for outside, like the slime and the sensory sand and the spades. And they're going to know, or they will start to learn, that they're outside toys. And you have different rules out there. You can get a bit more messy. And those toys stay outside. You're going to also potentially have car toys, things that help your child regulate or they're really drawn to while they're in the car. They can stay there so that they always know that they're there and they can reach out to them. If you're going to go to like a cafe, a playground, friend's house, what you can do is have an additional bag. I don't have one here at the moment, but it's like a clear plastic zip bag that you can pack toys in and take that out. Take it with you, take it to the park, the playground. Play can happen anywhere, yes. Your child's brain works differently to adults' brains. They're more creative and imaginative. They see, everything is a huge playground. So take those things to doctor's appointments or the dentist or your, grandma, nana's house and granddad's house, where they can unbox that and start to play in ways that they need to. Just remember, your child doesn't need instructions on how to play per se. You can definitely model things and show them how to play different toys and how they work, but your child has like an inner program, an inner natural ability to know where they're at, know what play looks like for them and what feels natural and helpful for them. So allow that, even if it looks different, even if they're not playing with the toy the way it was meant to be played with, even if it looks unusual, reflect on that and go, yep, that looks different, but my child knows what they need and they're at the exact play level that they need to be. Play correlates with those communication skills. So through play, they're wiring and laying down neurons, helping develop language, meaning through their environment. So give them space, but definitely have designated play areas and toys that they can access, but make sure that they're also packed away appropriately so that your child can get to them and can help pack them away when it's time. Probably between 9 to 11 toys is great. You can have rotation on that. So every couple of weeks, swap some out. But you want to avoid a mass room of stuff everywhere. If you think you're going to leave in a neck brace or hurt yourself, it can just be overwhelming. And if you're overwhelmed, your child is overwhelmed. So declutter, bring a calm space, and get rid of the idea that having fewer toys means your child is somehow deprived or you haven't, bought them enough, because you absolutely have. Children will need to have fewer toys to play deeper, to expand their play, and they can use the same toys to do that. Okay, so make sure that there are things that they like and enjoy and that they're naturally drawn to, but please don't go overboard. Please don't have stuff everywhere and your child's trying to figure out what to do and where, getting distracted every 2 seconds, falling over, getting overwhelmed. So yeah, bring it down to a calm space. You want it to look like, I know where everything is in this office. You know where everything is in your room or your office. Your child should have that same privilege, where they can just pack away things into nice boxes and play with those. So yes, have designated spaces, have designated toy areas, make them accessible, make them clean, easy, and organized. And remember that a child will bring play with them anywhere and everywhere. So pack some up in ready to go bags. I keep them near the door and you can just pop them into your handbag and take them out with you. So keep asking me questions and I'm happy to answer them.